everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Love on Purpose God's Way, where our mission here is to partner with women to be found by their God-given soulmate. I am your host, Kimya, and I'm so excited to welcome our next guest to the show, Miss Tam.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for having me. Thank you so much for having me tonight.
Welcome. It's so good to see you. How you feeling today?
I feel good. I'm excited. Ever since the invitation came, I was like, oh, how do I prepare for this? Friend and Lord, what should I say?
I love it. You don't even have to do too much preparing. Just be your lovely self. Be your lovely self. Yes. All right. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into our future wifey questionnaire. Is that all right?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. So we're going to start off by you telling us your age, the city you're in, and what you do.
Okay. I am 44 years old. I'm currently in Chesapeake, Virginia, and I'm account tech for a U.S. Coast Guard. And for a hobby, I do acting, singing, all that kind of drama.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So we're going to go ahead and just jump into a few questions, okay?
Okay.
All right, Ms. Tam, how long have you been single?
Honestly, for a long time. I'm gonna just say that for years and years and years, I've been single. Yeah.
Okay. And let me ask you this: why do you think you're still single?
I believe that timing is everything, and sometimes as much as I want something, God is like, not yet. It's something in me that still needs to be maybe tuned up or worked out, or so I just feel like in those moments God is preparing me. So it's always been like a timing thing for me for my singleness.
Yes, and there's nothing wrong with that. I love that self-awareness, to be aware of yourself and what God is saying, and like, you know what, I may not be just ready just yet, so that self-awareness is key. I love it. But it sounds like you're ready now because you're on with us tonight.
Yes.
Yes. How many children do you have, Tam?
I don't have any kids.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that. Now, do you want children at all?
I do. I've always said I wanted at least 1 or 2 kids. And I would even take, just stepchildren. I like kids. I love them.
Okay. So you beat me to my next question. Are
I'm
you okay?
sorry.
No, you're good. Are you okay with being with someone who already has children? So I guess the answer would be yes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Now, how is your relationship with your father?
It's pretty good. I talk to my dad not as often as I should because he does live here in Chesapeake too.
Okay.
But I would consider me and my dad really became close in my 20s. Yeah, when I hit my 20s, our relationship began to get closer, and I was able to talk to him more about personal things. And he was able to share personal things with me going on in his life. But it wasn't until literally I was 26 that began to happen. I was about 26.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it was a minute.
So what do you think caused you to not be as close with him prior to being your 20s?
Well, he and my mom kind of split when I was about 13. And so even though we were always close and, to him as kids, because he was not in the house anymore for like probably all of high school, college, I just didn't build that bond until I became an adult. And I think he felt confident to share the reason for the split and all that kind of stuff. So.
Okay. Yeah. And that makes sense. That makes sense with him not being in the household and with the breakup and everything. I'm sure that made things challenging. But I'm happy to hear that you guys are close today. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. We need our dads, women and men, but I would say women, we need our dads, just to get that, having that fatherly love. We get it from God, but he blessed us with earthly fathers as well, to give us that love and care that we need from a man as well. For sure. All right. Now, what do you do for fun, Miss Tam? I know you said that you act and, you have your things going on the side. What do you do for fun?
Yeah, I do like to do the acting, the singing. I'm just now getting to that, probably within the last 3-4 years I've been doing that. But prior to that, I was really enjoying the whole like art and drawing and traveling. I used to take solo trips all the time. Like, I'm
Mhm.
just gonna fly to Florida and see what's down there
Look,
by myself.
want to do it, but I watch too much Lifetime TV. I'm a little scared. I be somebody watching me. I don't know. It's like I want to do it, but I'm a little nervous. How is it traveling solo?
It's not bad. I think once you have that phone, because the phone is your friend with
Yeah.
during those times. Once you have your phone, your GPS, and just like pray your way through, you can,
Yeah.
it was cool. I was able to go to different little amusement parks and everything. So
Mhm.
it can be done. Gotta,
Yes, that's awesome. All
yeah.
right. Now, what are your thoughts? Goes a little bit deep, just a little bit. What are your thoughts on sex before marriage?
Um, I I don't agree with it. I like to do things the Bible way. And
Yeah.
in the Bible, God just he tells us, before marriage it's adultery, it's fornication. And um I I think that for me personally, I would rather be in that commitment, that covenant where God sees, okay, those two are joined, even if it's just like legally here in this, in the earth.
Yeah.
um it's just better to do it that way, because then there's like no strings attached, no baggage, no harsh emotions. And that's the reason why God asked us to wait until then, because he knows the consequences that come with it.
No.
Everybody might not have the same experience, but I have lost out on guys because I would not.
No, I would say it another way. They lost out on you. You didn't lose out on them. They
That's
lost out
true.
on you. You know
That's
what I
true.
mean? Because you don't find a lot of people nowadays doing things God's way.
Mhm.
And I always say you do things God's way, you get God's results. You do things the world's way, you're going to get the world's results. You know what I mean? So God will honor you for you honoring him and, treating your temple like he asked us to in the Bible. So that's awesome. And whoever is truly for you, and is a true God sin will have no problem with that. When something is ordained by God, he'll make sure that you get somebody who, even if they weren't on that path, of waiting, they will jump on that. They'll jump on board. They'll jump on
Mhm.
board. So,
Good.
all right. What is one? I know you said it's been a long time since you've been in a relationship, but Tam, what would you say is one thing that you learned from your last relationship?
I learned that, I guess, people have a lot in common, but then there's those times where you don't, and you can't come to like a mutual agreement on some things. I learned that you can compromise on a lot of things and say, oh, okay, okay, okay. But then there's just really those things that they just don't agree with you on, and that's what happened in that particular relationship. We just could not come to an agreement with, um, but really, I can just say it, the last question you just asked me, he was really, hey, I really, I love you, I'll eventually, marry you and get with you, but I think we should. And I'm like, no, I really want to honor God with my body, and I can't. And he just could not get with that. So he cut me off, and I said, well, I was okay with it because we just could not come to that agreement. He
Yeah, and
thought it
it's
was
probably
okay.
best. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's
Hmm.
probably best that it happened that way because you don't want to be with anyone that you're unequally yoked with, right? If he's not
Yeah.
on that same path and not understanding what it is that you're trying to do, then it's probably best. Not probably, it is best that he went his separate way. You know, so but I commend you because, like I said, it's not a lot of people in today's world, especially as women. I think we feel like, okay, if I don't do it, he won't want to be with me, or if I don't do it, he's going to cheat on me, and different things like that. You know what I'm saying? So we do have those thoughts because it's so many people who are not following God's way, but there are a lot of people who are too, like yourself. So, yeah, you won't have a problem finding your Boaz, or your Boaz finding you rather.
So yeah.
Now, Tam, tell me, what is your definition of cheating? Because, some people look at it just from the physical or, emotional flirting, different things like that. What is your definition of cheating?
I think it's when you like just when a guy or a person just wholeheartedly choose someone else over what he's committed to you. Like, hey, I commit to you, but then suddenly he goes out and literally just, you know, is with someone else.
Mm.
But like I don't know what's in his heart to say, I think he's cheating on me. He's looking at that girl. I can't say that, but I do know if the action is, I saw you come out of the hotel or the car or somebody with somebody else, and you said that you were committed to me. I
Yeah.
think that that's telling me that I'm cheating on you. I'm not with you.
Got you. Okay. That was
Yeah.
good. All right. Now, what would you say that you offer that qualifies you as a wife?
I would say I consider myself a help me in the making. All these years I've been praying like, Lord, I want to be somebody's help me. I want to be somebody's help me. And I think that I am getting to a place where I'm learning not to just be like selfish and just thinking for myself, but to really have a heart for another person
Mhm.
and to see what is your needs, what are your goals, what are your desires in life, and how can I help you to accomplish them, whether it's physically, whether it's spiritually, what can I do to help you? And it's learning, and I think that's what that whole timing thing came in, where God was like, not yet, not yet, because I wasn't ready to do that honor, that bow, that submission in my
Yeah.
heart yet. And now I'm finally at a point where I'm like, okay, I'm supposed to be helping somebody. And you feel that, but then you like, it's not about me. It's somebody I'm supposed to be helping. And it's not the same sex. It's the opposite sex. It's a man.
Yes.
It's that spouse. And so I'm at that point now where I feel like I'm supposed to be helping someone. And I
Yes.
feel like I can offer that to someone who God has ordained.
Yes, gotta be a godsend for sure. That reminds me, I was just in my devotional that I did. I want to say it was yesterday. It was talking about that, how we are supposed to put someone else's needs above our own. That's Bible. I can't think of the scripture right now, but it's definitely in the Bible, putting especially your spouse's need, but anyone. It could be your a friend, sister,
Yeah,
neighbor,
it's true.
just thinking of another person on a higher regard than you think of yourself. And you and I both know that's totally opposite of what the world says. The world is all about me, me, me. What can I
Mm-hmm.
do for me? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Not even
Yep.
caring what they can do for someone else, but a God relationship, a Christ-like relationship, a kingdom relationship
Yeah.
is both parties, the man and the wife, the husband and the wife, both submitting to one another and serving one another. Yeah. So can't
Yes.
be selfish. Definitely got to have selflessness. And it sounds
Yeah.
like you are there. All right. So now give me 3 must-haves that your future husband has got to have. Like 3 things that is like, hey, you got to come with these 1, 2, 3 things, or it's a no for me.
Okay. I'm laughing because I've been through this before, but I please have a car. Like, please. And I know that's a material thing, but please have a
That's
car. Because
being
I've been
real.
there. I've been there with the whole car thing.
Like, I'm not trying
And
to be your chauffeur. I need you to be able
right.
to pick me up too. Hey, we can pick each other up, but at least have a car available in case I don't want to drive.
Yes. And
Yeah.
then next I would say an honest relationship with God. We none of us have reached the mark yet, but if there's like the desire to have a relationship with God and to really want to know him, that's where I am. I know that has been probably another reason why the whole timing thing, because some people feel like, oh, I can't be with you because you're too perfect, you're already there, and I'm not. I'm a work in progress, but you at least have the desire to want God, to know him. So that's my number 2. And then number 3, I guess, would be um, someone that just like to do things spontaneously on a whim, like just don't mind, hey, let's ride up to the mountain somewhere. And
Yeah.
he's ready to go, not kind of like a homebody where he's just like, I just want to watch TV. And nothing wrong with that, because I like that too. Let's do something.
Balance. If you like to do that too, but you also like to be spontaneous and travel on the whim,
Mhm,
and you want to
mhm.
be with somebody who is able to do both and not just
Yeah,
all in the house. No, I get
yeah,
that. Your future
Mhm.
husband needs to know that. So hey,
Mhm.
your hubby out there, she likes to travel. She likes to do spontaneous things. So you got
Yes.
to be on board for that. Okay. Yes. All right. All right. So we have made our way through our question section, our future wifey
Wow.
questionnaire. So what we are going to do now, it is time for my favorite part of the show, our no catfish cam.
Oh.
Yes. Are you ready to show
Yeah.
with?
Okay. Let me see. Let me know when to.
In full view of the camera so we can see all of your beauty. Yes. Yeah, I can see you. I think everybody
Okay.
can see you. Yes. All right,
Okay.
beautiful Tam. Thank you so much for participating in our camp.
Okay.
Thank you. So we have approached the part of the show that I'm sure you are ready for.
Okay.
And this is when we are going to do our wifey assessment
Uh-oh.
score reveal. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Oh my goodness.
All right. Ready or not, here it comes.
3, 2, 1. Go!
All right, Miss Tam. So let me just let you know. Let's see here. All right, nope, I ain't gonna do that to you. I'm gonna just go ahead and give it to you straight. So you
Okay.
scored the highest score that you can get is a 100. Miss Tam, you scored an 81.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
pretty awesome. All right, so I'm just gonna give you the breakdown of what that means, sis. It says that
Okay.
you are wifey material.
Woo.
Congratulations, you exhibit outstanding qualities that align with being supportive and a loving wife. Your strengths are in areas like faithfulness, compassion, and respect, make you well prepared for a God centered marriage. Keep nurturing these qualities as you embark on your journey to be found by your Boaz, Tam.
Wow.
Yeah, very, very awesome. Awesome, awesome,
Thank
awesome.
you. Wow.
Gonna give you a breakdown. And what I'm gonna do as well, once the interview is over, I'm going to release your score so you can check your inbox. Give it maybe 15 minutes or so once we're done, just so
Okay.
you can see the full breakdown yourself. But I'll go through it briefly with you. The first section was all about faithfulness and trustworthiness. You score an 8 out of 10. And just to let you know, if you get an 8 out of 10 in that area, that means that you're wifey material, and a 6 to 10 or 6 out of 10 is good but can improve. Okay.
Okay.
So in section 2, it was for kindness and compassion. You
Mhm.
receive an 8 out of 10. For wisdom and discernment, you scored a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
For industriousness and diligence, you scored a 6 out of 10. For respect for your husband, you scored an 8 out of 10.
Oh,
That is awesome. So fellas, she knows how to show respect, okay? All right. And I really love this. I want to say, actually, this is one of your highest scoring sections. In section 6, that was under supportive and nurturing nature. Says
Mhm.
you scored a 10 out of 10.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Really 100% supportive and have a nurturing nature.
Okay.
In
Wow.
section 7, under strength and dignity, you scored a 6 out of 10. Under teachable and humility, you got a perfect score, sis, 10 out of 10.
What?
Yeah. You like me? Teachable?
I know, right? Oh,
No, but I love that because that means that, to me, teachable, especially in a relationship, means
Lord.
that you're not always thinking that you know everything or that you're
Mhm.
always right. It's like, no, hey, I can learn something from you too.
Mhm.
All
Yeah.
right. In our next section, you also scored a perfect score, Tam. You scored a 10 out of 10 under submission and homemaker.
Whoa.
Yes. Now that's top notch nowadays because I'm gonna tell you,
But
we see from social media a lot of
yeah.
women have a problem being submissive, and I think it just has a negativity has been just sprinkled all on being submissive, and I think that's because a lot of people don't even really know what it means. And then you have some men and women out there who abuse that. Oh, you need to submit to me. But if you read your Bible, it says you have to submit one to another, right? So it's not just, so submission is a good thing. It's a good thing. So your future hubby out there, I'm sure he is loving this part of this interview. Like, what? She can be submissive and she know how to take care of a home. All right. And then in the final section, which is section 10, it was under femininity and sexuality. You scored an 8 out of 10. So that's a high score as well. So you are wifey material, my dear.
Wow. Thank you, Lord.
You are wife material. Yes, ma'am. All right. So we are towards the end of our show. One moment. All right, sis. Are you ready to give your Hey Future Hubby pitch?
Yes. I wrote it down, though. Can I read it from my... Okay.
You
hey,
sure?
Future... Okay. Hey, future husband, my goal is to be a good friend, a good helpmeet that any husband could have. And I will be there to listen to you, to support you, to respect you, to honor you as the king you are. And I will be a loving wife and mother to our children. Love you, King.
I love it. Short and sweet and to the point. I love it. I love it. Well, you have been such a good sport, Tam. I thank you for your participation in this assessment. I do not know what is going on. I did another interview today. On the whole interview, I promise you, until the same part we're on right now.
Oh my goodness.
When we get to the future, Hey Future Hubby pitch, I'm like, devil, get thee behind me. What are you doing? You're going boy.
Right.
All right, fellas. So you have heard from Miss Tam. She is a wife ready to be found. If you are ready to date and mate God's way, we need you to head on over right now to loveonpurposegodsway.com. Click where it says Men Apply Here and join us on this journey. What we're going to do is we'll bring back the perfect matches on the show and see if we can make a love on purpose match. Right. All right. So let's find love the way God intended. So we will be looking out for you guys' submissions. Miss Tam is a beautiful candidate. And as you see, she scored very high at 81. She is definitely wifey material. All right. So I thank you, Tam, for joining us tonight. And you have a blessed evening, sis.
Thank you so much, Kim.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Right. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Baby, that's love on purpose. Baby, that's love. Oh, yeah.